My name is Varsha, and I will be the host for this event today. So, I'm inviting you all the participants, all the coordinators of this hackathon who has worked day and night behind it for organizing, and everyone who have gathered here to our sustainability hackathon, which is presented by Cisco Incubator. A very warm welcome to all. So, we'll be beginning this session with an icebreaker. I guess every participants have assembled here. So how are you all? How is this morning? How is your day? May I know from anyone? Okay, so I guess you can see my presentation, right?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So we'll be beginning with the first day of our sustainability hackathon. Are you guys excited? I know you all are from different parts of India. May I know, is there anyone from the top portion that is from Kashmir and all? Is there anyone? Or is there anyone from Kerala?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So I can. Okay, so I can see someone. That's cool. Yeah, so we will be beginning with a slight introduction about this sustainability hackathon, and then we'll be moving on to our ice breaking session. So, as you all know, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it, right? You may have enforced with a lot of problems in your life. When you go out around your home, there may be a lot of issues like not only pollution, but a lot of unsustainable activities. But when you see or when you encounter those problems, you will just think that it is not my duty to solve it. That is the greatest threat really to our world. This particular quote is said by Robert Swan. As you all know, he's a very famous author. So yeah, and today we are going to just do something opposite to this particular statement. That is, we are going to find solution to the problems, to the very important problems that is around us. Okay, so we are now moving into an icebreaker session. And the very first question, the very encouraging one and interesting one, I guess, that is, if I was in charge of the world, what would I do to make it a better place? May I get answer for this question from someone over here? So I can see a lot of participants. So who can give me the very first answer?
Yeah, maybe removing hunger from the world.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so who is this? Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Devanshu. Um,
Okay.
I'm a student of Digital University of Kerala. So,
Okay, fine, cool.
okay,
So
so
if what is the, according to you, what can you do to make this world a better place? According to you, what is the main problem faced by this world right now?
so it's like if I wasn't in charge, so I maybe try to remove hunger because, like in this world, like where the food is so much accessible to so many people, I don't think it's not required for other people to go uh, go sleep without having some food.
Dibanshu, I guess your voice is breaking. Is that my net issue or is it the same for everyone? Can I please know that? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Uh, okay, so Debanshu, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, now it's audible. You can go. Sure.
So my thing is like I want to remove hunger from the world.
Oh, cool. You want to remove hunger from the well, that's a really cool, a thoughtful way. So what is your main plan for this? What will you do to remove hunger from this world? Our population is now, right now 8 billion, right? Crossed 8 billion. And most probably many people among this will be facing the problem of poverty. And so what will you do as an individual?
Maybe I don't have a clear pathway to that, so I'm not aware of the what are the best ways to remove or to do that. But I know that food has been like uh, very much accessible to some of the people, and it's not like that we are producing less of food in this country or maybe in this world. So maybe building a network, the very strong network distributing at least least amount of nutrition to everyone.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. So where are you from, Debanshu?
So I'm actually from West Bengal. So currently I'm staying in Kerala for my education.
Oh, fine. Where in Kerala?
In Trivandrum, a digital university of
Okay,
Kerala.
fine, 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 fine. Cool, I know it. Yeah. So may I get any other answers from anyone over here?
Yeah, okay. Am I audible?
Hello. Yeah, yeah, you are
Yeah,
perfectly audible.
yeah, myself Agilesh. I'm also from Kerala, studying in College of Engineering,
Okay.
Munnar. Okay. There are a lot
Oh,
of
fine.
problem. Yeah. Actually, I
Yeah,
was thinking
go
like
on, go on.
there are a lot of problems related to pollution happening in our world, right? So I think we can take some steps that can reduce or optimize the waste production or pollutions.
Okay, so you are specifying into which type of pollution?
Yeah, actually, there are a lot of type of pollutions. We means we can take a small
Yeah.
thing and there will be a pollution. So, means we can promote our public transport systems and reduce that private transportations. Then we can change the air quality, and air means reduces the air pollution, or maybe other things. Anyway, there are a lot of pollutions happening around.
That's really cool. But do you think if you do a campaign or if you just tell people that please do use public transport from tomorrow, will they agree to it?
Actually, we cannot force them, but we can implement a
Hmm.
plan or means there are a lot of systems like carpool, right? So we can introduce some
Hmm.
systems like that and means uh, make people
From
think
my
this will be good.
experience, the only thing that has introduced that particular system is the rise of petrol price, right?
Huh? Then we can little more increase the petrol price.
That would increase the poverty.
No, but we can at the same time we are in charge of the world, right? So we can make sure that that people below the poverty line are not affecting by these things.
Cool,
Means
cool, cool.
people
So
who are
you're going to, yeah.
anyway we have full control, so we can take charge, right?
So you are going to establish a system where for poor people you're going to supply petrol in a low price.
No, we will supply things they want, not petrol. Anyway, they are not using the vehicles that much, right?
Okay, so you want to eradicate pollution. Fine, perfect.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
that the problem statement that you are going to take today?
Actually, I haven't taken any problem statements yet.
Okay, okay. We have 3 days enough. Like today, we are going to have a number of sessions, a number of training sessions, a very cool one. So we'll be having it. You will
Yeah,
get a problem statement at the end.
yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
Okay, so can I get any other answers? Those two were very engaging. Thank you so much for that. So, is there anyone? We have a 1 hour ice breaking session here. So, to introduce all of you, I need to know who all are here. And as you know, this is an online hackathon. I just need to cross those barriers in between because of this online one. As it is an all India one, it is very interesting though. So, is there anyone else? I can see Mr. Ari Varagan. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm not a native of your place. So, hello? Or he switched off his camera and went.
Hello,
Hello?
am I audible?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello? Yeah. Okay, okay, fine. Okay,
So,
this is Sabil. Okay, Sabil, how are you?
yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay, come on. What are you going to change in this world?
I wanted to address one of the most common issue of the pollution, which is the plastic pollution.
Hmm.
Actually, the plastic,
So how are you going to deal with it?
we do have biodegradable plastics here, but it is not effective as we think it is. It still takes more than 100 or 50 years to, you know, degrading these biodegradable plastics. And one of the most significant issue that we have now is microplastics, right? The plastic do
Hmm.
not, you know, they just disintegrate into smaller microplastics, and they get into our food, they get into our body, which creates a significant problem. And we have yet to address the issue of the microplastics. So I wanted to introduce new biodegradable plastics, like we can extract some materials from fungi, which is in the research test right now. I don't know really about how it's you know the research is going, but we do have a lot of options to replace the current plastic issue.
Okay, Sabil, cool. So where are you from?
I'm from Kerala, Malappuram district.
Oh, oh, fine. So close to me, I guess. Okay, so what are you doing now? Which institute are you studying?
I'm studying in PSMO College, Tirangadi, and
Oh, okay.
I'm doing undergraduate in physics.
Fine, cool. Okay, Sapil, thank you. We'll meet you soon here. Okay, so, okay, who is next? Hello? I think one of you is speaking, but I cannot hear your voice.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Okay, so I'm going with some random names to be specific. Okay, here we have a number of organizers. Can someone say something about your an innovative idea? Yeah, hello, who is that? Okay, yeah, hello. Hello, who was that?
Ma'am, I am Darun Kumar.
Hello?
Ma'am,
Hello?
yes, ma'am. I hear your voice.
Is there any issue from my side with the internet?
No, ma'am. No issues.
Hello?
Ma'am, you are audible.
Am I audible to everyone? Can someone please respond? Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, you are clearly audible.
Okay, fine, Kartika. Thank you. Hello. Okay, Sharon. Yeah, okay, I hear you too. So, how are you? Okay. So is there anyone else to say something interesting about the thing that you are going to do to make this world a better place? There was someone who's speaking, right?
Ma'am, if we want to do something uh, new to the world, we
Okay.
want to work towards the ecology to make the world as a better place.
So, what are you going to do?
We are planning to do something towards the management of wastages, which means the avoiding the dumping of waste in the landfill.
Okay, that
So
is
that,
a very serious issue over here. Okay,
yes,
yeah.
ma'am. If we avoid the wastages dumping in the landfills, we can save the plants. Like we can grow more trees, and the pollution of water and the resources will be prevented because of it, so that the world will become the better place.
Okay, fine. So, in what way are you going to prevent this, the deposit
In
of wastes?
in the developing countries like India, the major problem is the supply chain, where the wastages were collected from the domestic and also the uh, high domestic users like households and also the institutions, etc. The problem in the developing countries is the moving of wastages the uh, from where the wastages are to the processing areas. So if we create a website or an app for the supply chain of wastages, we can easily collect the wastages, and so that the waste will be processed and the world becomes a better place.
Okay, cool. So, isn't there some existing solutions which the government itself has undertaken for this problem?
Ma'am, the government has taken the initiative of Dirakalive Melanai, but they were unable to implement it successfully because the wastages were not collected properly. If we want to collect the wastages properly, we must use something different. We want to digitalize the collection of wastages to
Okay.
maintain the waste properly.
Okay, so you are going to digitalize the whole waste management system. Is that so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in what way? are you planning to do that?
We are planning to create a website separately for the purpose of collecting wastages from the households and also the industries and shipping it to the processing areas. We are creating a special separate website for that one.
Okay,
We are
Dharanish,
planning
cool.
to create.
So where are you from?
I am from Kongu Engineering
Okay.
College.
Where?
Kongu
Pardon?
Engineering College, Perundurai, Tamil Nadu.
Okay. Okay, fine, Dharanish. That was so amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
So is there any others to answer?
Yes, ma'am. Hello,
Okay. Hello, who is this?
my name is Joslet, and I'm from Kerala.
Hello. Okay. So can you please introduce yourself? Yeah.
Myself,
Okay. Where in Kerala?
Trishur.
Fine, cool. Okay, Jayesh. Joslit, is that your pronunciation?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Joslit, how are you going to make this world a better place?
Actually, there are many problems regarding the health. When we think of the health, the first thing which come to our mind is a health insurance. So in India, the health insurance is a little bit costly. Not little bit, it's like lakhs. So we are having an idea like to reduce the insurance costing, so we can reduce the costing. Like we can introduce something like the Web3. Now it is running on Web2. So Web3 we can decentralize the insurance policies, and also the cost will be cut down to half, more than half. That's our concept.
Okay, Jocelyn, that's good. Web3, okay, that is a very interesting topic. But along with this, you are planning something to be implemented between the common people, right? But Web3 is not something that is very popular among the common people. So how are you going to make this particular thing accessible to everyone?
Actually, this requires just an internet connection. Just like the website, it is also like a website. So Web3 is just a physical name. It's just a name. So Web3 is not operated by the common people, and the common people can access through the net. They are using the smartphones as well as the computers through which they will be able to access that policies.
Okay, so you are planning to make something which can actually reduce the health insurance cost, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how will you make profit out of it?
Actually, it is for the betterment of the people. Not for that is not about that. We are conducting a hackathon on sustainable. So that is beneficial only for the people, not for us. That is my concept.
Okay. Okay. That's really cool. Yeah. Okay. So you believe that with for the betterment of people, you can start something and move on with it. That's really a very cool idea. So proud of you.
Yep.
Okay, so I wish this particular thing is implemented and not lost after this hackathon.
Yeah.
Okay, best wishes. Okay, so is there any other answers?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, myself Tejas.
Okay.
Like India, the major issues are children's safety and women's safety. We are on the path of increasing the safety for women and children via SOS apps.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. I can hear you now, Tejas. You can go on.
Yeah, in the developing countries like India, the major issues of are child safety and women's safety.
So how are you going to solve it?
Yeah, by like introducing the SOS apps, which is more efficient than the current SOS app, which have launched by Tamil Nadu government.
Okay.
Yeah, in our SOS, a voice command can be given for activating the SOS, in which the installed apps nearby will get a notification about the safety about others, and before the arrival of police, someone who is near the victim can help the victim to be safe before arriving the police.
Okay, fine. Cool. Thank you, Tejas. Okay, so right now we have basically a WhatsApp group. You all should join this particular WhatsApp group. This particular thing will be having all the announcements regarding the hackathon. So I request everyone to join in the WhatsApp group. The link of WhatsApp group I have shared in the chat. I need all of you to join in that. Okay, is there any other answers? If it's a no, we'll be moving to the next session. So is there any other interesting answers? See, for this particular question, it is not necessary that you need to give us answers that you are going to present in this hackathon. It can be anything. Your problem statement can change, or it is just a question to know your views. That's it. It may not be something that which is related to your product that you are going to present. So I hope there are no other answers more. Is there anyone? Okay, fine. We'll be moving to the rest of the presentation. So that was all about your icebreaker session. And I have seen someone's text messages that they have only joined right now. It's okay. We are just doing an icebreaker session that is nothing related to your official hackathon. So it's all right. From now, we'll be moving on to the rules and regulations of this hackathon, as well as your marking criteria and how this particular hackathon is going to be executed. So I know that all of you guys may have participated in one or more hackathons by this time, or this may be your first time. It's all fine. So a hackathon is basically a session where you should hack something. That is not literally hacking a computer, but hacking a problem. it is all about a problem solving competition in which a lot of people may assemble and they will be collaboratively working to solve a solution. So in our sustainability hackathon, it will be divided into 3 days. In day 1, it is all devoted for problem solving. That is, you will be finding your problem statement and you will be having a vague idea of how you are going to build your solution and in which way or in which type you are going to implement it, whether it is by an app, whether it is by a website, or let it be of the hardware, whatever it is, you will be designing. You'll be deciding the whole things and you will be forming a team in your day 1. As well as to assist you with these, we'll be having different mentors. And then we'll be having day 2 where you actually build the prototype of your idea. In day 2, if it is an app, you will be building it, or else it is not an issue that you are not a software developer or a person who knows coding. If you need to make an app, or even if you does not know these things, you can just create the user interface of that using Figma or wireframe. At least that is our requirement. So, and day 3 will be devoted for your pitching. You will be asked to make a video for pitching, as well as you will be asked to answer certain questions by the judging panel. So this is how our particular hackathon is getting divided into 3 days. And at the end of the 3rd day, we'll be announcing the winners at around 10 p.m. And the winners will be given exciting gifts, which I am going to discuss. So yeah, basically our hackathon is all about sustainability. So it might not be a problem in which you are going to, or you are mainly concentrating only on the poor people or solving hunger. It is all about this world, like many problems which is faced in each and every corner of this world, and your solution for that. So unless you are a government firm or something, and or you can collaborate with the government to make this particular their things or their existing solutions more encouraging or more user friendly or more effective, you can do that. Or else you can find a problem that is not being solved yet by any of the institutions, and then you can find a new solution for it. So these are all the areas that we will be dealing in this particular hackathon. And moving into the Sustainable Development Goals, that is, the United Nations has specified 17 goals, which is collectively known as SDG, or the Sustainable Development Goals. So these things will give you an idea of what all are will be included in your problem statement. That is, the very first sustainable development goal is being eradicating poverty. That is a world where there is no people who are facing from poverty. And the second one is zero hunger, a world where no one is hungry, to ensure that. And the third one is the very important one, that is the good health and well-being. So this good health and well-being is something that is right now being established in a quick pace, but the health, whether it is accessible to every people, that is, whether it is accessible properly to poor, is not yet established. So that can be a problem statement. Then the quality education, a very important one. Then the most common, as you all know, the gender equality, equality for all genders, ensuring that. And then the clean water and sanitation, as water is an important part of human life. That is our 6th SDG. And then we have affordable and clean energy. There are a number of energy resources used nowadays, but it is causing a lot of pollution, as you do. But energy is something that we cannot avoid. So for utilizing energy, you can suggest a solution which is pollution free, or which is more cost effective, or which is more optimized, or anything as you wish. And then we are having the 8th SDG, as decent work and economic growth. The ninth one being industry, innovation and infrastructure. The 10th one being reduced inequalities. The 11th one, sustainable cities and communities. The 12th one, responsible consumption and production. And the 13th one is our climate. 14th one is life below water, that is your water life and how to develop that. And then 15 is life on land. 16 is peace, justice and strong institutions. And 17 is the partnership for the goals. So these are all under the Sustainable Development Goals, which is established by the United Nations. So you can either take your problem statement from all these things, you can combine this, or you can take a specific one, or else you can make your own. This is an open hackathon in which idea of your own. The only condition is it should be something that is sustainable or related to sustainability. That's it. You can choose any idea, any problem statement of your own. And then here we call you as the super solvers. You are going to solve a problem that is a major threat to this world. So right now in these 3 days, you will be called as the super solvers. And then these are our main thematic areas in which we are concentrated on. The very first one being agriculture. As you all know, in India, agriculture is our heritage, or it is a major part. But still, there are a lot of problems faced by farmers, such as poverty, hunger, etc. As well as India is prone to natural calamities, even in each part of India or changing the world, agriculture may be destroyed due to natural calamities, as well as there is a lot of problem related with the availability of water, energy, etc. So any problem, there is a lot of problem statements that may come under agriculture, which you can solve. And moving into the second thematic area, it being the renewable energy. So you can find any, you can improve the existing sources of renewable energy, or as such, you can find any new ones as your wish. And then the third one, we have waste management, which is a very emerging problem among the common people of this world, that is the waste management. And then we have health, and fifth one is e-mobility. And then you can take any, your particular problem statement is not restricted to these thematic areas. You can also take something out of it as per your wish. And this is a particular problem statement that just I have added for a sample one, as a sample one, that is the report on non-pickup of household waste. As you all know, the disposal of household waste is something that is a huge problem nowadays among the common people. That is, here and all, we have municipality to collect the waste, but these people, the pickers who come to collect the waste may come at any random days at any point of time. So people who are in the working class or are busy won't be able to keep this waste out of their homes for them to collect at the specific time. So there are a lot of issues associated with it. So digitalizing this particular thing can be a sample problem statement, as someone in the icebreaker session also said about it. So that is a sample problem statement which I have chosen. And then you can find a problem to that the post-harvest food technology and value addition, something related to agriculture. So you can find an environment-friendly, cost-effective mobile technology at the farm gates for processing and value addition. So these are just two problem statements which we have chosen just to give you a sample. Okay. So, and if you are not getting any problem statements, you can particularly visit this particular site, that is https www.sis.government.in/sis2022ps. We'll be posting this link in your WhatsApp group. So what this particular site does is, this is having a number of problem statements basically. So thousands of problem statements are present here, which is basically picked up by the central government. So these problem statements are something which is faced by India and something which is very important. So you can basically pick up a problem statement from these if you need. So this is some site which you can visit to take your problem statements. And then the most important thing, that is the timeline of our hackathon. And we'll be having a hackathon which will be spread across 3 days, and in day 1 we'll be having the ideation. That is, we need to brainstorm for a solution. You should find your problem statement as well as an idea about how you are going to tackle that problem or solve that problem. So day 1 is completely devoted to ideation, and we'll be having certain sessions right now in day 1 to help you with it. And in day 2, we'll be having a prototyping session. Here you can build a mobile app, a website or hardware or whatever is your solution, you can build it. See, if it is a mobile app or a website, if you know coding or if you can build a complete functional website, that is amazing, and you will be getting more scores for that, of course. But at least our requirement is we need a wireframe of what particular thing are you going to do. So if you can build it, it's too good. If not, you will need to build a wireframe using Figma or any other things, any other user interface websites as you wish. And then if it is a hardware also, you can either create the physical hardware thing and present it, that will be very amazing, or else you can just make a 3D simulation in Tinkercad or any associated software as you wish. And then in day 3, we will be having a presentation. And with this presentation, as it is online, what you need to do is you will need to create a video which is a 3-minute timeline. That is, what is your solution, about your solution. It can be a video in which you are explaining about your solution with the help of a presentation, that is the one in which your face is shown, or it can be a screen recording of your presentation in which your audio is accompanied, or it can be a presentation. Whatever it is, as per your innovation, as per your creativity, you can create a video, and it should be of 3-minute time limit. And in day 3, we'll be announcing the winners. We'll be having 1 winner and 5 runner-ups in all round. Okay. So moving into the session timetable, and in day 1, from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., we will be having the inauguration and team formation session. And from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., you will be having certain sessions. And then from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., we'll be having a session on software prototyping using Figma. And from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m., you'll be having a session on hardware prototyping. And in day 2 at 9 a.m., we'll be having a mentoring session for team. It will be from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And from 5 to 6 p.m., we'll be having a review of your project progress. So whatever you have done, you should tell it, you should present it. We'll be having a review of that. And in day 3 at 8 a.m., you'll be having your prototype submission deadline. That is the prototype, the physical model or your app or whatever prototype that you have created, it should be ready by 8 a.m. of day 3. That is on Friday, 8 a.m. And at 5 p.m., you'll be having a pitching video submission deadline. That is on 9th at 5 p.m. You should submit your pitching video. That is the 3-minute video which we have discussed in the earlier slide. So that should be ready by 5 p.m. of 9th, that is on the third day, that is Friday. And then from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., we will be having the pitching of selected teams. Selected teams, we will be selecting teams with all these criteria. And then from 6 to 8 p.m. of third day, you will need to pitch your particular idea. And at 10 p.m., we will be announcing the results. And moving into the technical sessions, the very first session, that is at today at 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m., you will be having a session on your hardware prototyping, and it will be dealt by two amazing mentors, that is Mr. Joggin Francis. He is a Fab Lab instructor and a hardware maker. And then we'll be having Mr. Rahul S. Rajan. He's also a Fab Lab instructor and a hardware maker. So this will be a hardware session that you will be able to attend. And then today from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., we'll be having a software prototyping session, and it will be dealt by one of the amazing personalities, that is Mr. Salman. He is a UI UX expert, and he will be taking a session on Figma. So moving into the major requirements, we are having two portals through which we'll be informing all the needs of this hackathon or all the progress of this hackathon and every information that you need. The very first portal is through our website, which will be having the URL sustainabilityhackathon.github.io. And in this particular website, which you can see right now, we have listed the timeline as well as a link to join our WhatsApp group. You can just click on this button to join the WhatsApp group, and then the session timetable is being listed here, as you can see, as well as the details about our mentors are being listed here. So this will be the very first portal through which we'll be updating all the needs of this hackathon. And the second and the important one is our WhatsApp group. So I have shared the link of WhatsApp group in your chat. I'll be sharing it again. So this particular WhatsApp group, it is very important that you all should join this WhatsApp group. This will be the particular group through which we are going to give all the announcements. So these two are the portals in which you are going to get all the information about your hackathon during these 3 days. And then moving into the very exciting part, that is the prizes. So for the first winner, we'll be getting a cash prize of 25,000, and this will be awarded in the form of an Amazon voucher. You can redeem it as you wish, and then we'll be giving 5,000 rupees for 5 runner-ups. And in a total, we are having a prize pool of 50,000 Indian rupees. And then moving into the video submission deadlines. So teams need to submit a 3-minute video. So it is the time limit for your video should be 3 minutes, and it can be a face video or a screen recorded presentation video as you wish. We'll be broadcasting your submitted videos, plus we'll be doing a live question and answer session after each demo video. So you should be very well prepared to join the live and answer questions from the judges. And the slides that you are going to present or which are included in your video should include all these things. So the first one is idea in brief, that is about the problem that you are solving. Then the solution, what you are going to give as a solution, and who is particularly your users or clients. Okay, so who are going to buy your project and what will be the market value. And then the demo or prototype that you have built, whatever solution, whatever prototype that you have built, you can attach something related to that. And then the impact your solution that is going to offer, the very important point. What particular thing, what particular impact that your solution is going to offer. And in the last slide, we prefer you to add the details of your team members. And then moving into something that is very important, that is the evaluation criteria of this hackathon. So evaluation criteria of this hackathon is divided into 4 different sessions. The very first one is originality. 25% of your mark will be moving into the originality, which includes the uniqueness and features of your product or your process or your service. See, you can basically make a project that is not yet established or something that you have invented. So that is one. Or else you can basically improve the things or improve the solutions that is right now existing. But whatever it is, there should be something which is unique in your product. So that will be about your originality and then your progress. So right now, today, you may not be having any problem statements or solutions as such, but we will be checking your progress. We will be monitoring your progress or how well you are evolving and how well you are at the end of the third day. So that is how far the team have progressed with the project during the hackathon. And 25% of mark will be moving into your progress. And the third one is your impact. That is there a problem being solved by the solution? How good is your selection of problem and how well is that problem being solved by your solution? The impact of your solution will be getting 25% of mark, and the last 25% will be moving into your presentation. That is how good is your demo and how hard has the team worked. We'll be monitoring all these things throughout the hackathon. And then moving into the major deadlines, we are having 2 major deadlines. One is at day 3, 9 December at 8 a.m. That is the deadline for your prototype. Your prototype should be ready and it should be submitted by 8 a.m. of 9th December, and by 5 p.m. of 9th December, that is your second deadline, where you need to submit your 3-minute video of the solution. So that 3-minute video should be submitted by 5 p.m. of day 3. And then your major reviews. You will be having 2 major review points. One will be at day 2, as well as we'll be having a mentor review, an internal one at day 1, that is today evening, to check your progress and to check whether if you guys are stuck at any point or if you need any help, we'll be moving on a small review today also. So in day 2, you'll be having 2 major reviews. One will be at day 2, 8 December at 9 a.m. and the other will be at day 2, 8 December at 5 p.m. So this will be your 2 major checkpoints, your 2 major mentor review points. And then moving into the team formation. So we are now going to form a team, and to form this team, so there may be many people who have already joined here with a team. That is, you have already decided a particular team. Or is there anyone who right now need to form a team? In this hackathon, you can either participate individually or else you can form a team which is having a maximum of 5 members. So basically, I will be sharing a Google form right now. There you will need to fill this particular Google form. See, right now I have shared a Google form here, a link to a Google form, and how this Google form is going to work is, I'll show you. So this particular form is basically having this much fields. The very first field will be for your team name. That is the name that you have chosen for your team. It can be anything as per your wish. So that is the very first particular field. And the next field is the name of your team leader. The cash prize which will be awarded will be sent to through the team leader's mail ID. So you need to have a team leader for your team, and the name of team leader should be filled in your second field. And the third field is for filling the mail ID of your team leader. Your team leader's mail ID without any errors should be listed there. Okay. And then the phone number that can also be your team leaders. And then you can add your team members name. You can add up to 4 team members plus 1, that is your team leader, and altogether a maximum of 5 members are allowed in a group. And if you are participating individually, there is no need for filling all these team members name. And then if you need any clarification, you can just add it in the comment section. So can you guys, can you fill it as soon as possible right now itself? I'm having 0 responses right now. So can you guys fill it? I've shared the link through your WebEx meeting chat. I'll be also posting the link in your WhatsApp group. So I've also posted the link in your WhatsApp group. The link is present in your chat. I request everyone to just go and fill it as soon as possible.
Yeah, and also if you're participating as an individual, you can just or you can also fill that. Okay, like don't add that team member 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, actually, 2 of my team member is not present right now. So is it a
Okay. So yeah, it is of no issue. Will they come? Will they join you? If they will join you, you can just add their names here. Okay.
okay? So I'm adding their name.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So that is a very important question. That is it mandatory to be present in every time? Okay. So we know that you are all having your school, college, etc. So it is not mandatory to be present in every time. Actually, it is only mandatory for you to be present at the time of the presentation. Okay, so the other criteria is that you will be just needed to submit all these things here, the requirements, that is a prototype as well as your 3-minute video at the deadline, within the deadline, and you should be present at the time of mentor reviews, which I have mentioned, and we'll be sending you the time schedule and the sessions and all. It is, if you join, it will be very useful for you, but if you are in a situation where you can't join, it's fine. Can one member participate in 2 teams? Is that possible?
അങ്ങനത്തെ സിമ്പിളാ കുറവല്ലേ ഓ
About that question, I'll just encourage and tell you. Okay, at the time of registration, yeah, you can give a different name. It's fine. We will change it. I request you guys to fill it as soon as possible. We need to move to the session. And we'll be only providing a time of maximum 5 minutes to fill this form. So please do it as soon as possible.
Yeah, like sorry for the delay. You can't be part of two group. Okay. And also, even if you are an individual, you should also register in that form. Okay, like
Yeah, even if you are an individual, you should register. Shaheen, can I get a clarity about this question? That can one member participate in two teams basically?
no. Yeah, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. That is not possible. Like one can be part of only a single group.
Okay, and some people have given a different name at the time of registration. Is it possible to change that? It's possible, right?
Yeah, different name means like.
For the team name.
Oh yeah.
We can
That
change
can be
it.
possible. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, like whatever you are giving in this particular form, that will be considered as the final one.
Hi, ma'am. I have a doubt regarding. Actually, sessions will be recorded, right? I would love
Yeah.
to attend the session of UI UX design, but lab at the afternoon, so I cannot be attend session. So, will you guys able to provide that recording?
Yeah, we'll take that into consideration. We'll be
Thank you.
providing.
Yeah, thank
Okay. So right now we have got only 8 responses. I request you to do this soon. Is there anyone who wish to form a team and they're looking for members? Is there anyone like that? If you guys are planning to form team within this meet, you can also do that basically.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, ma'am, actually, I'm inquiring like whether all of the team members have to be present during the review sessions, or like any one or two members can be present.
Yeah, it is also possible. It is also possible. You can just be present at the time. Everyone should be present at the time of your final presentation. That's in your review sessions, it is possible that your team leader can be present and he can present. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess there is no more doubts. If any of you are having any doubts about the team formation, please ask it right now. We'll be moving into the next session very soon. Is there any more clarifications needed? Can I please know whether any more clarifications are needed? Please shoot it now. We'll be moving into the next session in no time. Okay, fine. So I believe everything is clear. So right now, we are having our very first session, and this session will be a design thinking introduction, and this session is handled by Mr. Joggin Francis. He's a Fab Lab instructor and a hardware maker. So he will be taking you to the world of design thinking. Okay. So this will be a basic introduction session. So I would like to invite Mr. Joggin Francis for this session. So please.
Hello,
Hello.
am I audible?
Yeah, you are perfect.
Yeah, thank you. So, can you see my desktop? Vasha?
Yeah,
Hello?
yes. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, you're audible, but can the sound be increased furthermore?
Am I audible right now?
You're audible, but is it my problem that I am hearing a less volume, or is that audible to everyone?
Yeah, like for me, I see it seems okay. Like what about others?
Oh, okay, fine, fine, fine. Then it might be my problem.
Probably a
Okay,
problem
okay.
of my mic, sorry. Okay. So, what is actually the design and how we are gonna fabricate the design? So design thinking is basically a design approach where we are actually fabricating something depending on some structures rather than directly going into something and fabricating. So uh, we all have fabricated something at some point in our time. So it's not rocket science or something else. So we probably have gone through the same procedure, but this is some sort of a classification of the works we or the effort we put in designing and fitting inside a framework. So just consider it as something we are just framing something what we are actually doing in designing something. So a prototype or a design is anything which can represent some abstract form of the final project actually we are doing. So a design can be something of a paper model or a 3D printed model or a clay model, anything which can abstract certain functionalities of the final project or the product we are actually promising to develop. So basically, I can share you a video after a quick section, and I can have few comments in the between the video. So I thought that would be a better option to understand the concept rather than I'm explaining it verbally. So these all are designs, and we can separate the design process into 5 different stages in the design thinking approach. So the first thing is actually empathize. So which is actually means we are actually trying to understand the problem in a deeper sense. Usually we are interacting with the end user who is actually going to use the product, and we we learn about the audience from whom we are actually designing it for. So the basic question when we are actually doing the during the empathize phase is that who is actually my user and what matters to this person. So we are actually quantifying or some sort of understanding about the exact needs of the person we are actually addressing. So that is the empathize phase. So you don't have to worry about if you can catch up with this. So you will definitely understand when I play the video. So just remember that these things are inside the structure, and you watch the video in such a way that you can relate these things inside the video. So empathize is the phase where we are actually answering a lot of questions. What is this guy actually needed? So whether this thing is actually required for some sort of thing. So we are actually asking some basic questions in the empathize phase, and we actually empathize with the person who is in requirement, and we are trying to understand the problem in a much deeper sense. So that's the empathize phase. So the next stage is actually we are actually gonna define the problem. So from a lot of this understanding, there will be chaos, and we have to deduce some sort of understanding from these problems, and we have to figure out a certain sweet spot where we can actually collaborate and create some sort of solution which can create an efficiency in the problem. Okay, so defining is actually where we are asking the question, what are their actual needs? So probably they're going to explain a lot of their requirements and some sort of solutions. So in the defining state, we are actually figuring out what we can develop in the limited time span or the limited resources, and what is the actual problem we can address in that particular moment of time. So after empathizing, we are actually gonna define the problem. So the defining can be changed in the later phases, but this is for a preliminary requirement. We are actually defining what is currently possible within the limitations of our capability. So the next phase is the ideate phase. During the ideation phase, we will use it to come up with a lot of solutions which can probably address the requirement or the actual problem we deduced during the defining phase. So these ideas can be some sort of random ideas, out of the box ideas, anything. We don't have to validate these ideas during the ideate process. We have to come up with a lot of ideas which can probably uh, converge into some sort of possible solution. So we have to come up with a lot of ideas in the ideation stage. And the next phase is actually the prototype stage. So we will select a couple of promising ideas, and we will get some sort of a preliminary prototypes. So this So these prototypes can be of basic uh, abstraction of the final problem, maybe a certain part of a problem or some modules which can be added to the problem. So this need not to be a complete prototype, but some validation for these ideas. So this can be of paper prototypes, concept scales, any Figma related brainstorming, or anything can be considered as prototyping in this stage. So the next stage will be the testing phase. So where we are actually testing the prototype we developed with the person in requirement. So we are actually have a couple of prototypes and we test it with the feedback and we refine the prototype so that the best thing could be selected at the end of the stage. So this entire process is repeated for a couple of times so that at the end of the phase we will converge into a something which can be of a desirable output. So I can quickly transfer to the video. So, Stefan, can I play it right here or you guys will play?
Yeah, I think you can play the right.
Okay, I'll go. I can play here. So this is actually a design thinking workshop conducted in MIT Solon School of Business. And I hope it will be better to explain the concept with some visual intake so that you can quickly understand the concept I mentioned in the last slide. So you just remember those things, empathize and deduce, and you refine your ideas and you make prototypes and you just test it and repeat the cycle. So you can see all those things in this video, and it's a lengthy video. Just be patient and cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the sound is not audible like this.
Okay. How can I share the sound? Do I need to change the source? Could you please help me how to change the source of?
Yeah. Yeah, I think in share there is a checkbox like share computer audio, something like that. Can you just check that?
So do I need to exit from this and
I'm not
okay?
sure about that.
Okay, share content.
Yeah, in share content there is a checkbox like share computer audio, right? Like I'm not sure about that. Just
Oh, okay, I got it. Thank you, man. So is it audible right now?
no.
No. So could you please share the same? I have shared it in the chat and it will be
Let me try.
okay.
Demonstrate the state-of-the-art product design and development process by redesigning the elderly walker. I'm Matt Cressy, Director of the Integrated Design and Management Program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The IDM program integrates design, engineering, and business. Desirability, viability, and feasibility. By combining these disciplines, we create new-to-the-world products that are desirable, feasible, viable, and sustainable. IDM brings the design process to the MIT Sloan School of Management and the School of Engineering.
I'm going to develop a new product or service, but I need some investment. Business thrives on innovation. To develop a successful new product requires a team with the technical, management, and design skills to create a competitive offering in the global market of goods and services.
Here at IDM, we teach a human-centered design process in a studio environment with a cohort comprised of designers, engineers, business people, and entrepreneurs. To fully illustrate the power of this design process, we asked our friends at Altitude, a world-class design firm in Somerville, Massachusetts, to demonstrate this process on a project.
These things have been around forever. I don't think I've ever seen a different model than this one.
My grandmother would push this thing down the hallway, 2 tennis balls on it for friction. She hated it.
There's been a shift in who composes this market.
The baby boomer generation started turning age 65 about 5 years ago.
Yeah. We're in information gathering
right
now,
right?
Yeah. We're just starting to soak on this.
Yep. We're hoping that we can really dig into a lot of these assumptions and either prove them or disprove them.
We got more questions than answers at this point.
Yep.
Those would be out. Yeah,
That might be why it's
Of like the move it and then go to it.
Let's go explore this problem. Let's talk to those stakeholders we just mapped out. Reconvene at Altitude Studios for our next meeting and see what we uncover.
Altitude is the design and innovation consulting firm. We help our clients connect deeply with the people they serve to create the products and services that people love. We work with MIT on this video program to illustrate the process of human-centered design. This process is at the heart of everything we do at Altitude. We believe that through a deeper understanding of people, we can identify and create more successful solutions for people, companies, and society.
Accenture helps companies develop new, smart connected products, services, and business models. The starting point for innovation is truly understanding people and how we can create meaningful value.
To start, we begin by reviewing existing products and try and see it from the user's point of view. Just the force.
Yeah, great.
It looks wobbly.
Yeah.
Hey, June, what do you find it?
So interesting thing.
The brake isn't really working.
Could you please pause for a moment?
It's more than just your typical walker. There's kind of your standard walker. You've got a rolling walker, but then you've got these things with a rollator and then different versions of rollators.
So when I walk for a longer distance, I feel very tired. And lately, I feel I need to be very careful about my balance. Let's go to Suma for dinner.
Meeting with people who use walkers, we talk, interview, observe, and empathize. We try to get into their world and see it through their eyes.
But I still like my type. Because you have sturdy wheels, good storage compartment for whatever you need to carry, and also you can sit down on the seat.
Empathy. Design thinking is a human-centered approach. We truly connect with the people we are trying to serve. We try to understand them at an emotional level and what's going on with their lives and what really matters to them.
When you just walk around, it doesn't matter how heavy it is. It's only when you want to transport it, you want it lighter.
Coming here to North Hill today, we're able to observe how walkers fit into their lives and really understand what's important to them. The interviews help us develop empathy for the people we're trying to understand.
Very often the walker that's issued, that's paid for by insurance, has small wheels, and they often have rubber tips at the back. So they're really difficult to go over a smooth surface. And it just becomes more difficult for them to push. So they start to look at different options.
The gait, a lot of times I will teach people to walk heel toe and not shuffle to pick up their feet. A lot of times people feel like if they have a walker, they don't need to pick up their feet.
To understand what it's like to be someone buying a walker, you need to experience how they are sold. What are the people buying walkers looking for?
Nobody likes the idea of, geez, now I'm at the point in my life that I need to use a walker or rollator. So they come in and their first thing is, oh, I just want the basic, something very simple, something that's not going to bring a lot of attention to myself. So they usually want to look at a standard walker. However, in other cases, they're kind of beyond that, and they need something with 4 wheels, a seat, and something that has a braking system, which is very important. The rollators have that braking system. A standard walker does not.
We went to Jim's house. He showed us around a little bit.
Through an analysis of the interviews, patterns emerge that uncover meaningful insights and inform the opportunity.
You can see that he doesn't even really use his walker. He was prescribed one. He was actually given it from his physical therapist. He'll only use the walker when he goes outside. But even when he does do that, he still does it begrudgingly.
So it looks like they've taped the baskets to the locker.
The basket is actually a symbol of freedom, that they can go out of their room for however long they need to. This was added onto the walker after he had already received it from the health insurance company.
This is Judy. We met Judy in a assisted living facility in Marlborough. As you can see, she had a knee replacement.
By creating a persona of the people interviewed, the design team paints a picture of how the walker fits into their lives and maps their journey over time.
One of the interesting things about Judy was that she was prescribed a walker, but she was given a rollator by her children. She still has her walker, but she's using it right now as a kind of a laundry carrier. Also, she's shying away from a traditional walker, even though that's what's been prescribed to her, because she's more eager to use something that may look a little more modern.
So, folks, we've been talking a lot about the different people that we met and that we've been able to gain a glimpse into their life. What I'd love to do right now is have each of you really take some time to look at what are some key themes that emerged for you guys.
The more stability you add to a walker, the more cumbersome it becomes.
And when you put wheels on a walker, generally the front wheels are stationary.
It's felt more like something to really own, and walkers did not.
Some people feel like this is an anchor when they thought it was going to free them up. The other one was really just more mobility than they could handle.
This is really about recuperation. This is about getting around. We need something that's really a mobilizer.
It's a great idea. So something in between the two. And maybe we can even get away from kind of this medical look, give it a little bit more lifestyle. I think next steps is we really want to start to articulate what that mobilizer is. Now, having clearly articulated our target user and established the emotional and functional requirements for the new walker, we've identified the opportunity and reframed it. Current walkers favor stability over mobility. Rollators are just the opposite, and more than many can safely manage. By reframing the opportunity, our product will provide mobility along with stability. We call this new product a mobilizer. Brainstorming brings fresh energy, new perspectives, and thinking to the opportunity. We welcome the fun, wacky, creative. It's a structured free-for-all that gives everyone a chance to throw out ideas. Yep. Yeah, what if we had rotating back wheels? Yep.
I have these pump handles raise up to having an ergonomic grip.
And this triangular column that we could use to support the handlebars up on the top.
Or even we had a caster that moved up and down and maybe like even stopped.
Or even steerable wheels.
Yeah, and you can pair that with rear locking wheels.
By grouping ideas into common themes, patterns emerge and concepts develop.
Rear wheels pivot, so we get mobility.
Pull the canes out.
The culture of altitude, with a non-hierarchical structure, encourages everyone to contribute ideas. We believe creativity thrives in a free environment. A lot of the process is about collaboration and working together. But focused exploration and individual deep thinking are also critical to the development of meaningful concepts.
You can't expect to get it right on the first try. Before falling in love with our ideas, we get physical fast by sketch modeling.
Quick prototyping.
even the crudest of models, is a great form of experimentation. And by building to learn, you're able to fail early and fail often, significantly advancing the quality of the ideas.
We had a brainstorm a few weeks ago. We got together, we developed some early ideas.
Coming back together, we pen up the work and share the concepts.
This is a unibody concept.
The goal is to build on ideas or bring two ideas together to make them even better.
So we're trying to incorporate a seat and storage because that enables people to leave the house with their stuff.
What we need to do now is we need to boil this down, right? We can't bring all of these forward. We're going to have to make some selections. So what I'd like to recommend is if we could do some multi-voting here, put the dots on the ones that you think are going to work the best for us. All right, well, this is interesting, guys. It looks like we got some consensus. So we're going to get these in front of consumers so that we can actually get some real feedback.
There we go. All right, so this is the first one I'm going to show you. It's an off-the-shelf one that has this braking system in it.
Ideas are only successful if they work for the people who use them.
Here's a concept here that just thinking more about is from different ergonomics.
This allows you to see solutions through their eyes, to know what's working, what's not, and why.
These things could be a little bit back, like about half an inch or so.
We learn from our users, incorporating their feedback into our designs.
They lock movement automatically. It's a good term.
We're going to lay out a continuum here.
So we met again with Susan and Paul to conduct resonance testing. What did they think of our ideas?
All right, concept C.
That you have this wheel in the back.
Okay.
So I put it right here. No, here.
Where's maneuverability most important?
Well, making your way through a dining room.
Okay.
Getting feedback is critical to understanding where they see the real value.
How about the seat folding
Here,
down?
you test to learn and to understand, so ideas can be improved. You're not testing to see which one wins.
We've recently just come out of resonance testing. We created a bunch of concepts that we brought forward, and what we'd like to do is share some of those insights that we have with you.
One of the questions she asked on each one is, how do you fold this up?
The more stable it is, the faster they can go. And she talked about it as an exercise tool.
Because she even asked at one point, where's the brake on this?
She had a kind of a clear grip area. I think that's another thing we need to make sure.
Again, things here that people really keyed in on, that seat coming down. I think, especially people with rollators, that's just kind of this expectation.
So Matt and Brian, what I'm hearing the team say is they're focusing in on 6 key attributes that we want to pull from these concepts forward into a next concept. Folding seat, the swivel lock caster, which is what provides the combination of stability and mobility, a bag to personalize. It's got to be a folding portable architecture. For that reason, we want to go with a column. And of course, we're going to design aesthetics that make this feel more like something that they've purchased for themselves, that they want to own rather than a medical device. Intuitively, it looks great. Feasibility, I see a lot of moving parts, different materials. I see parts that may be cast. The extrusions look pretty good. And, I think that's doable, but I'm worried about the cost.
Next stages are going to tell us everything, right? You're going to take all those attributes and play with them. Next iteration, go back and test again, and I'm assuming it'll be 3-dimensional.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to want to look at some build.
Get physical.
So at that point, that'll tell us a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
Great.
And now it's time to address the feasibility of our ideas. Creating a proof of concept model identifies the technical problems.
By building, testing, and learning, iterative cycles build confidence in the concepts.
I'm wondering if I can get just from you guys an idea of feasibility for these two concepts. This one having kind of that automated or motorized base, and this one being a little bit more manual, maybe a cable assembly to help release the base.
We have to deploy the seat. We could work a mechanism in if there's a cable like a bike brake.
Yeah.
That when you pull this down,
Right. It pulls like a...
Okay, so the seat would engage that brake.
Because,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then once they sit, their weight applies, and it will be all 4 points like a chair.
Have you been making any progress on that rear caster?
Linda and I were talking about having the simplicity of just a flexure and it
That's
flexing.
pretty nice. What material are you thinking for that?
Some sort of PC ABS. But we want to make sure we still keep that the springiness.
Okay, it sounds like we have a clear path forward with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because typical walkers have, like, or even rollators have some sort of like more rigid version at that point.
Designs are assessed for desirability by testing with real customers. Feasibility is checked by engineers through analysis and prototyping. Then, viability looks at the value proposition from a business perspective. By analyzing estimates of the costs, such as engineering, tooling, and production expenses, as well as estimates of the revenues from product sales and services, we build the business model for each product offering. This lets us assess which ones may be viable from a business standpoint.
We review our choices and implications, and then choose a final direction.
Okay, awesome, great.
The devil is in the details of the execution. Fine-tuning the details is the key to delivering innovation that will be both scalable and valued.
Fabricating parts makes the design a reality. Bringing shape to the new, you feel it in your hands, but also in your heart and in your head as well.
Put it on the ground. Go for it, Otis. Turns well. I feel like I can navigate tight corners pretty well.
I hope the breaking words.
The new walker here.
Oh my.
Yep, there she is.
Finally, we put the product in the hands of the people we are designing for. The real value will be in making a difference in their lives.
I think this is very nice, good style. I like the bag, and I like the color scheme.
Want to give it a test drive? Don't go too fast.
This one looks like a fashion statement for somebody who is executive coming out of a meeting or something. Very nice. If this locks the wheel, that's wonderful.
Takes material and displaces it.
Just as Altitude develops great products, our mission at MIT is to develop leaders who inspire others and who innovate and create the future.
When we started this process, we could not have envisioned the solution we ended up with. The process gives you the structure to develop ideas that are not self-evident at the beginning and leads you to solutions that could not have otherwise been achieved.
What do you think of that?
I think it's very nice.
Does it look stable enough to you?
Yeah.
So when I look at this, it makes me want to use it. It makes me want to touch it. It makes me kind of proud to own it, and hopefully something that has a meaningful impact in people's lives.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Okay, so I hope you have gone through the journey. So in the initial phase, they actually empathize, they interacted with a lot of all people or the people who are actually going to use the wheelchair, and they understand clearly their requirement, and they define the problem later stage. They figure out it should be mobile in an indoor environment, and it should be able to navigate within a furniture rich environment, and it should be attractive in the sense they want to bring it outside and show other people. So actually they define the problem and they actually ideate what are the solutions possible with the given constraints. They refine the shape of the wheelchair in such a way that there are access space from the backside, and there is a monocoque structure, and there is a back, and they ideate multiple options based on that, and they develop some quick prototype with the PVC pipe and cardboard paper and the plastic tubes. So they reviewed those designs with the people actually gonna use the product, And in the testing phase, they iterated the same procedure multiple times. They initially try with the PVC and later refined it into something more realistic model. At the end, during the presentation, they actually come up with a completely fabricated model which exactly looks like the proposed solution. So actually the product development journey is much like this. So this will happen in multiple cycles. So actually, when you have to develop something, so it won't happen in a single go. So you probably have to start from a point where it can be something of any sense, and eventually you iterate to some point where you are actually having the desired output. So just consider it like a gradient descent problem. So we start from a slope and we might have a cost function where we have to figure out the final output, and depending on the cost function we will be moving our next step, and eventually we will end up into the point where we actually wanted to be. So that's actually a design thinking journey. So do you guys have any doubt? So you can unmute and ask me if you have any doubts.
Yeah, please do give some response, right? Like at least through the chat.
No doubt so far.
Okay, helpful. Okay, you don't have to worry. In any stage you face some difficulties, you can approach me. I can help you within my understanding. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this section is clear, right?
Yeah, it is much interested in. Got the idea.
Oh, great.
So the prototype you have to make may not be similar to the final prototype, especially in hardware and in software. So the final requirement may be something kind of a paper model or a CAD model, or in the software sense it might be a representation of the UI and how these things gonna interact, something like that, or else it could be a brainstorming page where you are actually creating. So any of this could be a output for this hackathon. And we are actually expecting to have beautiful ideas rather than having some sort of random correlation. So actually we are actually valuing the ideas. So you can use these tools to convey your ideas to the team. So you can have some tryout on these tools. There are some multiple tools helping you ideate and go through these cycles. So you can document in some tools and you can brainstorming in some tools. So you can just Google on different tools, and there are multiple tools.